Hi, everyone. First of all, I would thank the sponsors and the organizers here today. This is my first event in Bangkok. I've mostly been to Thailand because I love this place for travel. I've been to Bangkok a lot of times. But this is the first time I'm attending a crypto Web3 event in Bangkok, in Thailand. And I must say that the vibes are crazy. I've seen some of the most amazing energy here. I usually travel to a lot of events with Hashcut. A little bit about myself. I have been in the crypto Web3 blockchain space for almost 7 years now. For the last 4 to 5 years, I have been in news and media. I've worked with some of the top news brands that you hear in the Web3 space, be in crypto, the Coin Republic, Voice of Crypto. These are all platforms that I have helped scale from ground up. I'm currently running my creative agency, which is called Hashcut, and we work with some of the top projects in the Web3 space. What we do best is create a narrative. I'm not sure if this is working, but I'll just go ahead with it. The first question that I want to ask everyone present here is, if you look at the world today, almost everything that we used to do, in which we used to think and then manually do, is now being replaced by AI. Almost everything that we have known, from coding to design to copy to strategy, has now been replaced by AI. Earlier, I would struggle with my code, or I would struggle with strategy for companies, but now I think that is something that I can trust AI with. But there are still a few things that AI is not able to do. When I talk about great products, I think one of the biggest roadblocks or bottlenecks that Web3 crypto projects have is building the right kind of narrative. We're still a niche space if we look at the larger world. Working for some of the top names like Times Network, I've realized one thing, that crypto is still being seen as a niche. What we do at Hashcut is transform that niche for companies. We work with a lot of RWA and deepen projects, infra-centric projects that are trying to build something, have a great product, but struggle with narrative. I think that the only thing missing between a good product and a successful product is finding the right kind of communities, and that is exactly what we do at Hashcut. So with Hashcut, like it's mentioned here, if you're building a great product, then your real challenge would be to scale it. And I saw so many amazing products and services here, but I'm sure that all the founders will say or relate to one thing, which is scaling up is extremely difficult. Making the product is relatively easier. That being said, at Hashcut, we take the heavy lifting from you. We help founders, we help Web3 crypto projects grow from ground up, be it social media, be it building communities. And when we talk about communities, we know that the crypto communities are essentially on Discord and Telegram, and Discord is not everyone's cup of tea, but that is where the crypto OGs are. And that's what we do good at Hashcut. I feel that we build a narrative for Web3 brands, and once that narrative is built, it's much easier to get in clients or customers or getting the right kind of audience. Next slide, please. I already mentioned the gap between a great product and a great story is storytelling, and that's what we are good at. Being in news and media for the last almost 10 years now, one thing that I have realized is most founders, and I've sat across tables with founders of projects like Cardano, Tether, Phantom, Dapper Labs, and all of these founders initially came across this bottleneck, which was scaling up the project and how to present that project to the right kind of audience. We not only find you the right kind of audience, we also see what the right kind of audience for you is. I believe that if you're not able to explain your product or service to a 5-year-old or your grandmother, then your project is as good as dead. So how to not be a dead project in a space that is absolutely vibrant, and that I feel is to be in the hands of right people when it comes to communitization, when it comes to narrative and brand building. With Web3, we really believe in the concept of decentralization. And I feel that that's the reason why I moved from basic journalism and news to crypto core Web3 journalism, was because I believed in the power of decentralization. But with AI in picture, almost everything is as centralized as it could have been. Next slide, please. And with Hashcut, we take you away from that centralization that the space is seeing at large. With Hashcut, we believe in clarity first, storytelling, and beginner's lens. And what that means is, if you're taking too long to explain what you do, then you're probably not doing it as well. So we bring a lot of clarity to projects. We take out all the technical jargons, all the terms that your audience will not be able to understand. Then we build the right kind of storytelling, making you the hero of whatever movie you're in. And the most important thing is giving your project or service or product a beginner's lens. Sometimes we make the mistake of finding crypto or Web3 users only in the crypto and Web3 communities. And that is exactly why we are still a niche. Our product needs to speak to the masses at large. And those are the bottlenecks that we still have in terms of mass adoption. That being said, we're a creative agency. We're creative people. We like to do everything creative, and that includes social media, community management, video content creation, and podcast services. We are an end-to-end podcast and video creation media where we help you bring the right kind of people on your podcast, scale up podcasts from ground zero. We do B2B partnerships. We bring other products or projects that you can partner with right on the screen in front of you so that you can make nice podcasts with them and have a long-term relationship with projects. Next slide, please. A little bit about community. I feel a lot of founders sort of ignore the communitization angle of Web3. Look at this event now. I think events and communities are one of the biggest forte of Web3. And we ace communities like no one ever does it out there. We do Discord and Telegram. Discord is the home for decentralized finance builders. And if you want someone who can take off Discord off your hands and have people involved in that process, have a lot of community members, the community is vibrant enough, we're right here. Next slide, please. At the moment, we're working with some of the top projects in the space. We've worked with Akash Network. We've worked with Pocket Network, Tashi. There are a few other RWA deepen projects that we actively work with. I've also worked with a lot of news and multimedia agencies. And most importantly, I personally also run my podcast channel, which is called Keeping Up with Crypto. And as I wrap this up, if there are any founders, any builders in this space who are present today, I would love to have you on my channel, Keeping Up with Crypto. You can meet me outside and let's make a nice video. That said, for all the founders that are attending this event, we'd love to do a free social media audit, which we offer to most of the firms that we partner with, because you're not going to understand what the problem with your pitching, your narrative or branding is until someone takes in a deep dive and does an audit. Like we get technical audits done, I feel social media audits are the need of the hour. And do contact Hashcut. I'm going to be right here. My founder is here as well. So we'll be on ground. Anyone who wants a social media audit or wants to take their protocol, their product to the next level with the right kind of branding, we're right here with Hashcut. Thank you so much.